Hello everyone, I am Nishu and again I am back with the same part of Kingdom Monera. Now children, we were discussing in our last videos the characteristic features of Kingdom Monera, and today we are going to move ahead with the same characteristic features of the same kingdom. Now children, the next point that we are going to discuss is about your ribosomes. And you all know that prokaryotes are having 70 S-type ribosomes and your eukaryotes are having 80 S-type ribosomes. Now what is this 70 S-type and 80 S-type? You have very nicely studied in the class 8 cell chapter. Now I am not going to discuss on that part. We are discussing on the characteristic features. So in the kingdom Monera, the prokaryote organisms or the Monerans organisms are bearing 70 S-type ribosomes. It means that 70 S-type ribosome is present in the kingdom Moneran organisms. Now children, you also know that ribosomes are the site of protein synthesis. So your ribosomes have the same work here even in prokaryotes. They are the site for protein synthesis. Moving to the size of different type of bacteria. So I will be discussing about the smallest bacteria and the longest or the largest bacteria. Now if I discuss about smallest bacteria, so the smallest bacteria is Haemophilus influenzae. Again I repeat the name, Haemophilus influenzae. And children, if I talk about the longest or the largest eubacteria, then it is your Eupilopycium fishionsoni. Now children, these are the smallest or we can consider it as largest or the longest bacteria which is belonging to the kingdom Monera. Now let us move ahead with different type of shapes of bacteria. Now children, let us move ahead with the different shapes of bacteria. Now you can see on board I have mentioned 4 types of bacteria, 4 shapes of bacteria which are available in the environment. Now the first type is coccus, second is bacillus, third is spirillum and fourth is comma. In general children, let us know that what are the shapes, meaning of the shapes. The coccus means spherical shaped bacteria. If I talk about bacillus, they are rod shaped bacteria. Then if I talk about spirillum, they are spiral shaped. And if I talk about comma, they are comma shaped bacteria. Now children, let us discuss all these different types of bacteria in detail. Now moving to the first type, that is your coccus bacteria, or in singular form it is called as cocci. So children, this coccus is a spherical shaped bacteria. You can see here, these are the spherical shaped bacteria. Now they are smallest bacteria, and if we take example, one of the example of coccus shaped bacteria, then it is Diplococcus pneumoniae. Now children, let us move to the second type of bacteria. Now children, let us see the other shapes. So the second shape is bacillus, and in the diagram you can see that it is rod shaped. Now these are rod shaped bacteria. If I take example, then Escherichia coli, Bacillus anthracis, these are the few types of bacillus shaped bacteria. Now if I move on to the spirillum or spirilla shaped, then by the diagram it is clear that they are spiral shaped bacteria, and example you can take Spirillum voluntinus. Now children, if I take the comma or vibrio shaped, here comma shaped bacteria are there, and the examples are Vibrio cholerae. So children, again I will repeat the various types of shapes of bacteria. They are your coccus shaped, bacillus shaped, spirillum shaped and your comma shape. Now let us move ahead. Now children, we are going to discuss another characteristic features of kingdom Monera among the organisms like bacteria. Now children, bacteria are mobile. They can move also and they are non-motile also. Now children, bacteria are motile as well as non-motile. They can change their place from one to another, or they can stay at one place only. So children, motile and non-motile bacteria. Now bacteria are motile as well as non-motile. They can move also and they cannot also. Now children, movement in bacteria takes place with the help of flagella. Now children, suppose human beings, when we have to move, when we have to locomote from one place to another, we use our legs. Similarly, bacteria also have a locomotory organ, and that locomotory organ is called as flagella. And this flagella is a long filamentous or hair-like structure. Now diagrammatically, flagella is a long hair-like structure. So this long hair-like structure is called as flagella, and they help the bacterians to move from one place to another. Now children, this flagella is made up of three parts, and these three parts are basal body, hook and filament. Now let us understand according to the diagram. Now children, suppose I am making one bacteria over here whose outer layer is cell wall, and then it is having a inner membrane, and this inner membrane is your cell membrane. Now children, where will these three parts of flagella located? Now children, in the cell membrane and cell wall layer, here in this portion your basal body is located. Then from the basal body a hook-like structure emerges, and this hook-like structure is connected to a fine hair-like structure, and this hair-like structure is your filament. Now let us label it. So this is your basal body, which is located in the wall of the bacteria. This is your hook, which is connecting your filament on one side and basal body on another side, and this red color hair-like structure is your filament. So children, this hair-like structure which is present in the bacteria called as flagella, it helps the bacteria and other monerans to move from one place to another. It means that they help in locomotion among the monera. Now children, let us move ahead. Let us now children see that on the basis of flagella, your bacteria are of following types. Now here you can see many names. On which basis? On the basis of flagella. Now children, the first type is Atrichus, the second type is Monotrichus, then Amphitrichus, Lophotrichus, Cephalotrichus and Peritrichus. Again I will repeat the names: Atrichus, Monotrichus, Amphitrichus, Lophotrichus, Cephalotrichus and Peritrichus. These are the various types of bacteria on the basis of presence of flagella. Now children, I have mentioned here the examples of the different types of bacteria depending on flagella, and here the shapes I have drawn. Now children, if I start with Atrichus, you can see that only bacteria I have drawn and no flagella is there. Children, A means absent. It means that a bacteria is present but flagella is not present. And the example for it is Micrococcus or Pasturella. So children, Atrichous type of bacteria is a bacteria in which your flagella is absent. By the alphabet A, you can understand that flagella is absent. Now children, if I move on to the monotrichous. Mono means one, single. So children, in the diagram you can see that only one flagella is present at one end of the bacteria. Any end, only at one end of the bacteria your flagella is present. So this type of bacteria is called as monotrichous. And example is Vibrio, Thiobacillus, Pseudomonas. These are the examples for monotrichous bacteria. Now children, moving to amphitrichous bacteria. In the diagram you can see that single flagella is present but on both the ends. One flagella is present on both the ends, and example for it is Nitrosomonas. So amphitrichous is a bacteria where each flagella is present on both the ends of the bacteria. Now children, moving to the next, Lophotrichous. Here you can see that a bunch of flagella is present. A bunch of flagella. And these bunch of flagella is present on both the end of the bacteria. On both the end you can see. And example for it is Salmonella. So Lophotrichous is a bacteria in which a bunch of flagellum is present on both the ends of the bacterial body. Now children, next is Cephalotrichous. Here you can see that a bunch of flagella is present but only at one end. It is absent on the other end. Only on one end a bunch of flagella is present. An example for it is Corynebacterium. Now children, the last is Peritrichous, and you can see that a long hair-like structure flagellum is present, and it is present all around the bacterial body. It is present throughout the surface of the bacterial body. Peri means the circumference, the complete circumference, all around the body. So your flagellum is present all around the body. An example for it is E. coli or Salmonella typhi. Now children, there is one more hair type structure present in the flagellum. Now here I have drawn, here it is your flagella. This long hair like structures are flagella. Now children, what happens that beside this flagella, throughout the body of bacteria, very small hair-like structures are present, and these small hair-like structures are called as pili. They are called as pili. Not in every. Now this small hair-like structures are called as pili. Now children, this black hair-like structure I have drawn, this is your pili, and this is a protective hair-like structure which is surrounding each and every bacteria. So children, the bacteria is having two hair-like structures. One is a long hair-like structure called as flagellum, and the other is very small hair-like structures called as pili. Hope children, till yet whatever I have discussed today is clear to you all.